And welcome into Bon Appetit. You know, sometimes when you get ready to eat, you might wonder what's inside what you just ate. Normally the thing that's going to give it great taste and great flavor is going to be an herb that's incorporated into whatever food you're eating. Today we're very happy to have with us Carolyn Gomillion, and you are the past president of the Old Alabama Herb Society. And then we brought all the way from Auburn, Alabama, Jessie Norwood. And Jessie, you are an herbalist, but more importantly, you do some herbs that you grow in the garden, and then you use them in cooking, and also you've put together these wonderful jellies too.
Absolutely.
That's indeed. Well, let me ask Jess, how hard is it if our viewers just want to start and have an herb garden?
Oh, herbs are one of the easiest. Herbs and peppers, I would say, are pretty foolproof. Depending on what type of sun you get, I would just, pay attention to see if you get full sun or part sun, and then check the little sticker on your plant them in the garden, and kind of forget about them, and next thing you know, they'll be growing out of the pot. Yeah, and peppers are the same way.
Which ones are going to be the easiest for somebody who's just going to start this year? Name me 3 that you would recommend, or 4.
Basil, lemon balm's real easy, and rosemary.
Yeah, rosemary.
Okay,
and
rosemary.
the deer don't eat rosemary.
Right. Which is nice.
Which is nice, yes.
What about, now I have a hard time with parsley. And I would love to be able to grow that.
Yeah.
Basil is easy, but what is parsley?
It needs cool weather
to
start with.
That's it.
And it's biennial, so it dies out it comes back.
Okay.
You have to replant every other year. And it does not like the heat too much.
Okay,
so
but basil seems to love it, and I love the fragrance, and like you
Basil
said,
does.
it just grows like crazy.
It does.
Easy.
If you get your parsley in the fall, you'll have a beautiful plant in your garden that loves the cool weather.
Okay.
Cilantro too.
All right.
So the parsley will last over the winter then? Will
Yes,
it? Yeah,
it will.
okay.
It's a good winter plant for decoration and using.
What on the cooking now? Tell us a couple of things that we can do with the easy to grow herbs, because I think we'll start a garden. We all should. We know it's no insecticide. We know the soil's good if we're growing our own.
We do. Well, rosemary is our favorite, and we even have a cookbook called Roses and Rosemary, and we have some wonderful recipes in that cookbook. But just thinking about this season, what you might do with rosemary, we're getting ready to be doing a lot of outside cooking, barbecuing. You can actually use the rosemary stem as a skewer and thread your meat and vegetables onto the rosemary.
I never thought of that.
You can. And of course you could use it in your marinade, and I love to decorate with it. And of course there are lots of desserts you can make with rosemary also. Rosemary lemon shortbread is my favorite.
That's
and
good.
I made tons of that last year.
I was surprised it's good in tea.
Oh, rosemary, and
Yes.
it's healthy for you. You can brew it into a tea, just cook it, and drink the what is that, decoction? Anyway, or whatever, you drink it. And it's good for memory.
I need a whole.
Yes.
I need a big bush.
Well, they will become a big bush, I'll guarantee. If you start growing rosemary, it'll overtake everything.
It's good to cut your herbs and use your herbs. It helps them thrive. They just thicken up and do better.
They do. You're absolutely. You know what's also interesting to me is rosemary used to be used in the old days in funeral pieces because rosemary is for remembrance.
It is, and it also has some antibiotic properties, and so it was used as a cleansing the air. There's even a preparation it uses rosemary and several other of the really strong herbs. I'm sorry, lavender.
Oh, I
can't
love that
think at the moment. And they put it together in a mixture, and it's called Thieves Mixture.
Oh,
it was apparently used by grave robbers in eons ago. And they used it to keep the air clean I'm sure for odor as well, but anyway, for preventing infection.
But think how great that would be to use that instead of this chemical air fresheners.
Right.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
translating that to the way we
Oh,
live.
yeah.
To the way
Yeah.
we live. Everything that we can do that's natural.
That's the way to do it.
Everything God made is good.
That's it.
And you
That's
can
it.
get essential oils in rosemary, lemon, any of these things, and you can use them in diffusers and just perfume your air. And you can mix them for cleaning solutions with soda and
Right.
different products.
Jesse, how do we get your products there?
Well, we sell in several places in town here in Montgomery.
Okay.
You can go to the Montgomery Visitor Center at Union Station,
Okay.
Dirk's, the Tipping Point,
Mm-hmm.
a couple other places. All our locations are listed on our website at hotdamnjelly.com, and you can
Okay.
also order online.
And each
for
one
us.
of them has a pepper as a base in it. It's going to give it a little bit of a kick, but it's a wonderful kick because it takes the sweet and the hot and combines them beautifully together.
Well, thank you.
Great.
Put it on a biscuit, and it'll give you a little pep to help you wake up in the morning.
Absolutely. Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us. We'll get you to come back next week. We'll talk a little bit about medicinal things. And just remember this, herbs are given to us by God. So let's take one of God's gifts and make ourselves more healthy. We'll be right back right after this.